News early voting today and Saturday for the Wayne County Board of Education's East Bloss referendum before the voters all the way up to Election Day, Tuesday, March 21st. Early voting taking place Monday through Friday up until March 17th at the Hall Richardson Recreation Center, which is located at 660 North 4th Street in Jesup. On Thursday, another 41 residents voted, bringing the four-day total in Wayne County to 140 who have voted heading into today. Again, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. today, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. this Saturday, the first of two Saturdays of early voting. And if passed, it's projected to raise $30 million over a 5-year period. The Superintendent of the Board of Education states the top two projects are the building of an ROTC center and a new agricultural facility. Other money will be spent at the discretion of the superintendent and the Board of Education. Improving athletic facilities has been a topic of discussion, with a decision to be made in the near future by the board and superintendent to either renovate JC Stadium or build a brand new stadium across the street from the high school. Once again, that decision has not been made at this time. Early voting time is Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Runs up until March 17th. Again, 2 more weeks of early voting after this Saturday. Early voting taking place this Saturday, March 4th from 9 to 5. Next Saturday, March 11th from 9 to 5. Again, the time of the early voting on Saturday is 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday is 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. On the election date, Tuesday, March 21st, all voting precincts will be open that day. The early voting taking place again at Hall Richardson Recreation Center, 660 North 4th Street. Early voting today from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. This coming Monday, the county commissioners set to meet at their commissioners' meeting room at 6 p.m. On the agenda under presentations and announcements, Donnie Ray will be on hand with the hazardous mitigation plan and evacuation zones. Under old business, consider and approve a policy and procedure for compensation for volunteer firefighters, which was tabled from their February 6th meeting. Also consider and approve a special event permit for Hospice of South Georgia, also tabled from the February 6th meeting. Under new business, consider and approve bids for the 2023 LMIG. Also consider and approve clarifying number of employees for EMS. Consider and approve dates for boat races at Lake Grace. Consider and approve land purchase. Discussion on Piney Grove Community Center and Mount Pleasant Community Center. Consider and approve appointing 2 commissioners to negotiate the SPLOST with other municipalities in the county. Consider and approve appointing 2 county representatives to the Homeless Task Force. Consider and approve amending the 2022 budget. Consider and approve amendment to Powerline Road Closure Agreement. And consider and approve resolution for 401A Senior Management Defined Contribution Plan. Items with the administrator, items with the commissioners is an executive session to discuss personnel. All that's set for Monday, 6 p.m. at the county commissioners meeting room. We'll be back with more news after this word from our sponsor or the commercial messages, so please stay tuned. In the state legislature, an effort to pass a sports betting bill that would also legalize horse racing failed on the Senate floor this past Thursday. Senators voted 37-19 against the measure. It was Senate Bill 57, sponsored by State Senator Billy Hickman, a Republican from Statesboro, Georgia, who breeds horses and races horses in other states, would have legalized online sports betting and horse racing without a constitutional amendment. He's maintained that horse racing could be treated like other sports in Georgia if it featured fixed-rate betting instead of a pari-mutuel-style traditional use at racetracks. For years, opponents have said passage of any form of gambling bill cannot be done without first amending the state constitution, and doing that is difficult because it requires approval of 2/3 of the members in each chamber, then a majority of the vote in a statewide referendum. Lawmakers for 5 years have attempted to expand gambling in the state of Georgia to include sports betting and horse racing, but in 5 years, nothing has passed. Those in support say millions could be raised for the State Hope Scholarship and pre-K programs. Hickman's bill is just one of 4 versions making its way through the state legislature. The question is, will any make it to Monday's crossover day deadline when a bill must pass at least one chamber? Measures that fail to get to crossover day have less of a chance of becoming law. Once again, next week we'll be checking in with our local legislators. Monday, we talk with State Representative Stephen Meeks. Tuesday is State Senator Blake Tillery. And on Wednesday, we check in with State Representative Buddy DeLoach. And Monday's crossover day, last day of this legislative session, is March 31st. District Attorney Keith Higgins announces that Zachary Lorenzo Blige, age 41 of Brunswick, Georgia, was convicted of felony aggravated assault and misdemeanor battery following a jury trial which concluded down in Brunswick on March the 1st. Charges stem from an aggravated assault that occurred on October 18th of 2022. On that date, Brunswick Police Department officers responded to a 911 call at a residence on Johnson Street in Brunswick, Georgia. Upon arrival, the officers determined that a 37-year-old female resident had been beaten and strangled by the defendant, who did not reside at the home. Evidence presented at trial established that Blige had been voluntarily smoking meth, also known as ecstasy or Molly, prior to the incident. Known medical effects of the drug are irritability, anxiety, and aggression. Blige became angry because the female victim had put some of his dirty clothes in a bag After she had allowed him to shower at her home the day before, Blige began to aggressively beat the victim about her face, causing excessive bleeding, swelling, and pain, and resulting in a permanent facial scar. During the beating, Blige also started to strangle and choke the victim to the point where she thought she was going to die. A neighbor in the residence heard the victim screaming, rushed to her room, observed the assault and strangulation occurring, and immediately called 911. When the defendant heard the 911 call being made, he stopped the assault and fled the scene. Police officers subsequently located Blige hiding in an abandoned building and placed him under arrest. Trial was presided over Superior Court Judge Stephen Scarlett in Glenn County Superior Court. Sentencing in the case is scheduled for March 14th. Felony aggravated assault charge carries a maximum sentence of 20 years, and the battery charge is a 12-month misdemeanor charge. We'll be back with some final news notes after this word from our sponsor, the commercial messages, so please stay tuned. Final notes of news: Wayne County Chamber of Commerce still selling tickets to their 14th annual Taste of Wayne, taking place Thursday, April 13th from 6 to 10 p.m. at Coastal Pines Technical College. Tickets are $50 for chamber members, $75 for guests, and everyone is invited. A night at the races, 14th annual Taste of Wayne. Once again, the date, Thursday, April 13th from 6 to 10 p.m. at Coastal Pines Technical College here in Jesup. And the Wayne County Board of Tourism still taking entries into the Altamar River Run, set for Saturday, March 25th. This year's paddle begins at Saturday at 8:30 a.m. at the Upper County Landing. Paddlers have the choice of 2 takeout points. The 11-mile paddle will take out at Pig Farm, Oglethorpe Landing, and the 16-mile paddle will take out at JC Landing. And registration is $10 per paddler. Children 10 under paddle for free with a registered adult. Altamar River Expeditions has canoe and kayak rentals for $45 each. Contact them at 912-294-3604. Shuttles will be available from the takeout points that morning. The shuttle leaves JC Landing at 8 a.m. and the Oglethorpe Landing at 8:15. Registration forms available at the Jesup Train Depot, or you can go online at waynetourism.com. Again, bring your hats, sunscreen, snack, lunch, and enjoy the spring beauty of the river. The Altamar River Run set for Saturday, March the 25th. That's going to do it for the latest in local news. Sports comes your way in a few minutes. Bob Morgan, have a great day.